MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 now of the American League Championship Series between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, I can't help but be impressed with the way these guys have come into this series and just flat out handled their business. They're hitting on all cylinders, and I don't want to fully count out the other guys, but if the last 3 games are any indication of how this will play out, I think this series could be over really quick.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2021 Boston Red Sox.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. A chance now to look at the batting order for the visiting Rangers. Dero, what's the key to them earning a World Series berth here in hostile territory?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Chris Sale is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Thanks, Matt. Chris Sale, you're talking about one of the premier pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Wipe out slider. Great comparison. He's the closest thing we've seen to Randy Johnson. A nightmare against lefties. 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and a changeup that's getting better all the time. He is a definition of a true ace.
Leading off tonight for Texas, left fielder, number 13.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. Refsnyder has it. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Batting second here tonight, the designated hitter, Mike Moustakas.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And Moustakas is aboard. It's a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, Dero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here's Chris Davis now as he rips it on the ground to second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Sean Rodriguez.
Coming to the plate now, Sean Rodriguez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way. Popped up. Sale is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to capitalize. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Time for a look at the Rangers on D. And let's spot shadow first baseman Chris "Crush" Davis. Doesn't get enough love for how soft this guy's hands are. Constantly picking middle infielders left and right. We get it. He's got power. But look for him to make a nice play on defense as well.
Leading off for the Red Sox, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch on its way. Takes a curveball right on the corner. His line against Justin Verlander, he's 0 for 7. Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a slider. Verlander is one of the more prolific strikeout artists in the game today. He'll get into double digits in Ks, and of course that means he's got outstanding stuff every 5 days.
One of the things that go hand in hand, Matty V, if you want to strike guys out, you have to have good stuff, and this guy has great stuff. He has 2 different pitches that he can strike you out with, and as they rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, this guy has 2 pitches that rate an 8 or a 9, which is really hard to find in baseball today.
To first. Oh, look at the sliding Scott. He gathers the throw. It's in time.
Batting second, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
First pitch on its way from Verlander. And a ball 1-0. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Now another 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Into the box now, Andrew Benintendi looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Verlander pauses. First pitch on its way. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. Digging in, Jake Stevenson, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. First offering on its way. Pushed softly over toward the right side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting next, shortstop, Franchi Cordero.
At the plate, Franchi Cordero. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. This is pulled into right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 7th, center fielder, Julian Sanchez.
Coming to the plate now, Julian Sanchez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Line toward center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So a 2-out knock, and we'll go a little deeper into the top of the second.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Into the box, Jamie Calderon. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Into the box now, Joel Gallegos, as he drives a liner to right center. And that's in there, base hit. And the run will score as the Rangers strike first to lead it 1-0.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
In now, John Flowers. And he puts it on the ground to second. And a glove flip for 1. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Texas is out in front, 1-0.
Leading off for the Red Sox, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Takes a knee-high fastball. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Stepping in now, Blake Swihart. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Victor Rivera.
Stepping in, Victor Rivera. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. And that misses 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And a neck-high fastball that time. Another try at 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. No offer on that one, and Verlander's run at full now, 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Verlander deals the 3-2. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. Ready for another chance? Mike Moustakas, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one. Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2, and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Standing in now, Chris Davis, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to first will get him scored at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Sean Rodriguez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Just got a piece up the line. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Rangers on top here, 1-0. Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. It's 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Cordero scoops it up, and there's one down now.
Batting 8th, center fielder, Boog Powell.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. Pitch on the way. And he lays off there, 1-0.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that for a strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground to short. Cordero takes it in. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 9th, the shortstop, Arroyo.
At the plate, Christian Arroyo. Verlander gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Ready on 1 and 2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They trail this one 1-0. At the plate, Jake Stevenson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Stevenson.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped high in the air. Freeman is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Stepping in, Franchy Cordero. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count.
And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Center fielder, Julian Sanchez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Julian Sanchez. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Rangers down quickly on just 4 pitches, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Here's Mookie Betts.
Leading off the 4th inning, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
So the leadoff man's gone, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. First pitch on its way from Verlander. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Great call that time as they caught him thinking fastball. It's 2-1.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Softly hit to the left side, but an easy play over at third, and that'll be that. Nothing doing against Verlander that time around. Still working on a 1-0 lead. Striding into the box, Jamie Calderon. He reached on a single in his first try.
Second baseman, Jamie Calderon.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Finally, a take. No, seriously, that's the first pitch they've taken the entire game.
Now the 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike 1. 1-1 home. Chopped weakly to the left. Devers fields it cleanly, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Joel Gallegos.
Striding in, Joel Gallegos. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Powell is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, John Flowers.
Now batting, John Flowers. First offering on its way. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. On the move is Betts. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he'll make it into third here with a 2-out triple.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Into the box, Mike Moustakas, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here at strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. In the air now, out to right field. Betts has a read on it, and the inning is over. No damage done after the 2-out triple. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this.
Leading off for the Red Sox, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike 1. Oh, and 2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. Grounded to third. Rodriguez is there. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away. A little bit over halfway home tonight. Bottom of the 5th as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Digging in to try it again. Blake Swihart hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Swihart, 28 years old. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
2-1 the count to Blake Swihart. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
1 out, nobody on. And he misses, ball 4.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Now the Red Sox DH, Victor Rivera. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready. Here's the first offering. And there he goes towards second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. In time, and he is nailed at second.
Well, he showed a lot of patience to work out that walk, but it got erased pretty quickly. Always hate to give outs away on the base pass, especially when you've gotten on base for free.
Verlander's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for Boston. They're down 1-0. Stepping into the box, Chris Davis. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Chris Davis.
Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
That was a good swing right there. Might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push him, pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman, Sean Rodriguez.
Ready once again, Sean Rodriguez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard to third. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Jake Stevenson.
Up next for the Rangers, Jake Stevenson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. From the stretch, pitch out, nothing doing. And he'll snap one over to first, and he'll dive back in. Rodriguez, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high. The throw in time as he just gets the tag down.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
Now the 2-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Rangers, but they lead it 1-0. Former College World Series MVP Rob Refsnyder is next. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Here it comes. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Stepping up to the plate, Boog Powell comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Christian Arroyo. And he fouls this one off. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Verlander gets the sign. 0-1 pitch on its way. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out this side on 9 pitches. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this.